You might have noticed recently many new development projects in West Van, and this short update on the top 10 might help you realise the consequences in terms of population, congestion and general quality of life that will be greatly affected over the next few years. If an increase of over 20% in the population of West Van would grab your attention, then continue viewing. The first and most obvious project is at Park Royal, which meets your eyes when you enter West Van. This, also known as the Gateway, has over 690 units and could house 1,200 people. This was recently awarded 10 extra floors on top of what many thought was already a challenge to congestion at Marine Drive and Taylor Way. Judge for yourself. The next project at first glance looks like a care centre to replace the current Inglewood Lodge. However, of the 699 units, only 253 are slotted for publicly funded long-term care, an increase of just 10% over the current 230 units. The other 469 units are designated for staff, affordable housing and what is called lifetime lease, in other words, private apartments. This project is the one that causes most alarm when the extra volume of traffic competes for the already congested Taylor Way. This new development could hold 850 people and put on the road a similar number of cars as Park Royal, around 350. The same painful congestion spot at Inglewood will be the bottleneck not only for the Cedardale School and residents, but will need to be shared by the owners of 52 new townhouses in a development proposed by Canderel. Parking might be an issue, with 39 spots allocated for what could hold 130 residents in the complex. Heading downhill, the Amica development under construction has 112 units and could house around 200 people, while the Oni site has more than double that capacity at 225 units and, say, 450 people, and make room for over 200 cars. The most interesting and mammoth project of all is halfway up the mountain on the way to Cypress Park skiing area. It's actually two projects owned by the same company, British Pacific Properties. The first of the siblings is at Rogers Creek, which has over 490 units in areas 5 and 6, scheduled out of its mammoth 736 total units approved. Cypress Village is the jewel in BPP's crown, with up to 3,200 units approved, and if you think this is stretching the meaning of the word village, you would have a point, with over 5,500 people expected to be housed at that location and altitude. In comparison, the top two villages in BC, Cumberland and Chase, added together come to roughly the same population as Cypress Village. Add in Rogers Creek and it's no contest. Turning our sights far west, we come to a beautiful Horseshoe Bay, which with a population of under 1,900 does deserve the description of village. This number will increase by 17%, however, when the 159 units in the 6 new buildings are occupied. Those among us who enjoyed tasty dinners at the Boathouse restaurant will be overjoyed when they are able to open again, albeit with less greenery in evidence. A central location, and perhaps a central example of how democracy fails to work in West Van, is the out-of-the-way hamlet of Eagle Harbour. When confronted with the development proposal on Daffodil Drive that would remove 4 acres of trees from their midst and replace them with 53 units of various sizes, 40 local homeowners met with councillors and received, in their description, disrespectful and dismissive attitudes from councillors Cameron and Gambioli. Of course, being in such a previously quiet area with one bus every half hour, the newcomers will need every one of the 66 car spaces planned. But let's return to our starting point, or just next door, to the Sentinel building near Capilano Road and the Lionsgate Quote Village. This project is approved and under construction for 26 stories, taking its place among other villagers. So, with what the current staff and Council of West Van have approved, you can look forward to Christmas in July, talking about traffic congestion here, and other changes in the quality of life as the population soars by roughly 10,000 from its current 43,000, for an increase of over 22%. Finally, if this has captured your attention, great. Stay in touch with us and with your councillors.